The Galapagos are an isolated set of volcanic islands about 600 miles off the western coast of South America. They are an area of incredible beauty, stark desolation, mystery, and fascination. Among these unspoiled surroundings, one will find a remarkable amount of geologic wonder and creatures that are found nowhere else in the entire world. It had been Pat's lifelong dream to visit these enchanted islands, and Jim was quite excited to have this experience as well. In February of 2023, the dream was fulfilled. This is the story of our trip, Pat and Jim and the Galapagos Islands. After 3 nights in Quito, Ecuador, our trip to the islands began with a flight to Borrtex Airport. Once we met up with our guide and fellow passengers, it was off to the highlands of Santa Cruz and the Manzanillo Ranch for a meal with our new friends and our first real taste of the Galapagos Islands with their famed giant tortoises. Saying goodbye to the tortoises meant we were headed to Puerto Ayora, which at about 12,000 people is the largest town in the Galapagos. Here we would meet up with the SeamanJourney, our ship and home for the next 8 days. We were happy to place ourselves in the hands of our guide Camille, Carlos, the ship's captain, and his very capable crew. As night fell, we got underway and left civilization behind on our way to an awesome adventure. An all-night navigation had brought us to Punta Moreno on Isabela Island. And after a beautiful Galapagos sunrise, our very first ship-to-shore excursion proved to be amazing. Our long hike over hardened lava was rewarded with the sight of flamingos. Snorkeling showed equally stunning views under the waves. Our next land stop provided more spectacular scenery. Over the next few days, we stopped at several sites on Isabella and Fernandina Islands, further exploring what the Galapagos had to offer. When we were underway, we were often visited by frigate birds, the Galapagos pirates of the sky. They would glide along like so many kites overhead and act as escorts as we cruised along. The islands can be a birdwatcher's paradise with many fascinating species. Blue-footed boobies, perhaps the Galapagos' most famous birds, may look silly on land, but when they hunt for fish, they are a sight to behold, sometimes dive-bombing the water in a military-style squadron. Speaking of hunting, at one point we watched as a hawk swooped in, snatched a bird right out of its nest, and started eating it alive. Nature red in tooth and claw. Our bird encounters continued with great blue herons, lava herons, penguins, yes, penguins at the equator, and pelicans. In addition to the wildlife, the Galapagos volcanic history made for some fascinating formations and astounding views. When the dinghies brought us to shore, our land hikes provided many interesting moments. Walking the trails of these islands, there was so much to see. Under the guidance of our naturalist Camille, we did see a lot. From beautiful Lake Darwin to Darwin's toilet. Leaving Isabella, our next navigation took us to Santiago Island. This included a sunset celebration as we crossed the equator. We also visited Egas Port, the red sands of Rabida, and the island known as Chinese Hat. On Rabida Island, we found a nesting flamingo who laid an egg as we watched, and a pair of amorous oyster catchers. In spite of some ominous-looking creatures lurking near our boat, we were able to enjoy more incredible snorkeling. This included swimming with turtles, sea lions, and huge numbers of fascinating fish. A short cruise next brought us to Bartholomew Island and one of the Galapagos' most iconic sights. We were climbing to the top of the island's volcanic cone in anticipation of a spectacular view. And there it was, the famous Pinnacle Rock in all of its splendor, silhouetted by the evening sun. What goes up must come down. On our final night at sea, the ship's captain put us on a huge pod of dolphins. This made for an awesome experience as the dolphins entertained us with their leaps and jumps high above the water. What a culmination of our cruise.
Are you having fun?
Oh my God, yes.
Our last morning brought us back to Santa Cruz at Borrtex Beach. It got this name from the barges that were abandoned there and left to disintegrate in the sand. As with many other sites we had visited, Borrtex Beach held the typical treasures of the Galapagos. More iguanas, more pelicans, more flamingos, more crabs, more cactus. But the island still had one more surprise before sending us on our way. We noticed some turtles coming in to nest, something they normally only do at night. We witnessed this happening during the day. A quick trip over to Baltra Airport meant our Galapagos adventure was now complete. After we took some time to say goodbye to a wonderful group of new friends, it was time to head for home. As we departed the Galapagos, we thought about how the trip had met just about every imaginable expectation and had filled us with forever memories.
We made our way to a hill beside the sea. These memories will stay with